You guys got that right. We'll get to that a little bit later. As winter sports are approaching conference championships, spring athletics are just getting started.
That's right, and one spring sport is just about ready to kick off their season.
The Iowa baseball team begins their 2016 campaign on February 20th. The team is comprised of 11 new faces as well as 4 returning positional players and 3 All-Big Ten athletes.
Head coach Rick Heller and the Hawkeyes hosted their media day Thursday, and we checked in with the coach on what 2016 looks like for the Iowa baseball program.
When we look in the mirror, did we overachieve or not? And I can live with anything win-loss wise if I know the guys really did do that and overachieve. It goes back to really what we try to do every day, and that's just focus on the next pitch, focus on the next game, try to get better, and not really focus on the wins and losses as much as controlling what we can control, and that's really all we've ever done. In the big picture, we want to go down and find out where we're at and get better, and that's really just how we focus. Now that's easier said than done, but the last 2 years have really helped because we had a group of guys that did buy into that, so that culture is already established, and it's our job to maintain it.
The team travels to Dallas, Texas to take on Dallas Baptist for their first match of the year, next week.
We will have more on how they are preparing to lead off the season in Sunday's show, but for now we take it to the court. The Iowa men's basketball team is set up to take on conference rival Indiana on Thursday evening.
The Hawkeyes are ranked #1 in the Big Ten, but Indiana is not far behind. With a 9-2 conference record, the Hoosiers are ranked #3 in the Big Ten.
The last time Iowa held first place in the Big Ten this late in the season was in 2006. They hope to continue their #1 campaign, and I took a look at what to expect in their Thursday night Big Ten battle against Indiana. Thursday night's game in Indiana will determine the Big Ten's #1 team, but the pressure isn't anything new to this Iowa team. In fact, according to the Hawks, this game is just another 40-minute test.
At the end of the day, it's a 40-minute game. No matter where you play, the dimension is the same, the ball's the same. So it's all about going out and executing and playing defense.
Every game is a big game, you know. You win this one, the next game is just as big as that one.
This marquee matchup will showcase 2 of the Big Ten's top scorers, Iowa's Jared Uthoff and Indiana's Yogi Ferrell.
Yogi's one of the best players in the country, and you know, it's always a fun matchup getting to go against guys like that.
You know, just from the previous years of us playing, I think he's going to come out aggressive.
Just got to play without fouling and make his life tough.
Ranking first in the Big Ten in turnover margin and steals, the Hawks will rely on their strong defense.
I mean, if you score the ball, that helps because it's harder to run on makes, but they run on makes, but you got to get your defense back. If you don't get your defense back, they're going to score 100.
Be very up-tempo. It's going to be a track meet.
This is a completely different team that they have in a lot of different ways. And we have a different team. Ahmad Wagner comes in, Bear, I mean, those guys are smart, they're tough. Dom Ewell is a completely different player physically than he was last year. And, Ellingson's been rock solid too. So, we don't really have a hole.
Iowa is 4-1 in Big Ten road games this season and look to grab that 5th win at Assembly Hall. This is Katie Reber, Daily Iowan TV Sports. We can definitely see the power of this lineup as Iowa is the only team in the country ranked in the top 15 in both offensive and defense efficiency. Iowa is 4-1 in Big Ten road games this season and look to grab that 5th win at Assembly Hall.
And it could be a milestone night for one Iowa senior. Mike Gesell is at 998 points in his collegiate career, and I took a look at how Gesell isn't really concerned about the statistic.
When it comes to Mike Gesell, one thing is for sure, his stat line doesn't matter to him.
I know that when you asked him about it, he said the same thing.
I don't really care about stats that much.
But what about surpassing 1,000 career points? The senior is only 2 points away from the milestone going into Iowa's game against Indiana.
1,000 points is pretty cool.
In honor, Coach McCaffrey knew what happened for Gesell even before he put an Iowa jersey on.
I don't mean to, look anything other than favorably at it, but it's kind of what I expected from him. I mean, he was that great in high school. He has the character, the athletic ability, the toughness.
He just gives you confidence, and he has confidence in every single one of our guys, and it's really contagious throughout the whole team.
Gesell's game is also contagious to all of his teammates.
To say that he'd tell his grandkids that he did what he did, so I'm happy for him. I've known him for a long time, and excited to see him prove some people wrong.
It's been really great, know that he's close to hitting that 1,000 mark is it's pretty cool.
Gazelle's right-hand man on the court, in Clemens, has made sure he's been on his side throughout his whole career.
We're always in each other's ear and telling us and trying to pick each other up. If he's down, I try to make sure he stays aggressive.
And as for Gazelle, most importantly, it's been his teammates and the pushes he's made every season.
I think what I'm most proud of is just making the jumps every year, and we've been really improved every year.
Especially this year, as Iowa sits right at the top of the Big Ten.
2 points may not be a lot, but Assembly Hall is going to be crazy. Indiana has only lost one time to a Big Ten conference matchup in the last couple of years, and that loss was to Michigan State.
Yes, this game will definitely be a good road test for Iowa. But Gazelle has been honored off the court as well this week. This Thursday, 3 of Iowa's key basketball players were recognized for more than their play in the gym. Allie Disterhoft, Jared Utoff, and Mike Gazelle were named Capital One Academic All-District First Team honorees for their athletic performance as well as their work in the classroom.
Both Utoff and Gazelle are currently graduate students at the University of Iowa and have excelled academically, while Disterhoff is a business major and has scored in double figures every single game this season.
Academic achievements, conference achievements. It's been an exciting week for Iowa basketball, and this Thursday it could get even more exciting.
And for the women as well, as they have the chance to knock off number 6 Ohio State inside Cover Hawkeye Arena. Well, that's all from me and Katie in the sports studio. Maria and Cole, back to you guys.